Hey Virgo. Gesundheit. You know it's in the details, and that's what we've got for you. In the details and lots of help from lots of people coming your way. Stay tuned. Okay, Virgo, here we go. So Virgo was taking on a lot. I know that Tina said she was taking on some stuff with her apartment, all these things falling through, but I got a feeling that Tina's got it covered. She's on top of that. There's a lovely person named Brianna, and she's got some work drama, but I'll tell you what, you're taking it too personal. You know what? Especially when it's work. If they aren't covering your bottom line and it really isn't affecting your bottom line, then don't give it the time. I mean, seriously. But that's easy to say right now when there's, it's easy just to say that to somebody in general, but it's hard when you're dealing with it, especially with what's going on with the energies. There's 5 planets in retrograde, and, we just got out of our moon in Aries and Chiron in Aries. And so we've got a lot of reactionary actions. We've got a lot of time, things slowing down, and reflective time whenever you have retrogrades. We've got 5 planets in retrograde right now. There was 6, now it's 5, but that's a lot. And it's going to make you think about things from the past, and things from the past are going to possibly trigger you, and you can be more sensitive if you're not reflective and you're kind of reactive like Aries can be when it's pushed. So, I mean, take that into consideration. And what I would do right now with a lot of these energies that are going around is get the information. I mean, what people are ultimately doing when they're talking a whole bunch and doing passive-aggressive behavior, which Aries, which there's a lot of Aries energy affecting things right now. Aries hates passive-aggressive, and you might even find yourself feeling that energetic and not being able to handle, or just letting it affect you more, sometimes people's passive-aggressive energy. Now, Virgo normally, Virgo and Capricorn are really good with, goodness, my mind just said being superior, but to others that are overly emotional and doing the passive-aggressive thing, it's just petty. But right now, in the state of where things are at, it could very well get to you and affect you and hurt your feelings. And hurt you in ways that your soul is being tested and triggered on. So be aware of that if you can. It's not easy. Hi, baby. Hi. And, do your best with it. Do your best with all these challenges and these people really getting in the way. Testing you. The universe is testing you, as it always does. But it can be emotionally testing you right now. Ask yourself what your triggers are. Are they triggering you? And how do you best get past that or through that or learn or grow from it? Ultimately, it can be a gift if you see it as the universe testing you and not take it so personally and just be like, what could I learn and what are new routes that I can take from this? But anyway, I'll stop rambling. Let's look at your cards. I'll be right back to straighten these. Just give me a second. Oh, hey everybody. I just wanted to remind you that we've got the YouTube zombie algorithms, and they like subscriptions, and they also like thumbs up too, because they're greedy and grumpy. So maybe if you could help us out with one of those, that would be great. Thanks. Okay, Virgo, let's start talking about these cards. Theo came in to say hello, and I'm going to try to keep him from going on the cards, because sometimes... All right, he's out of here. So, here's what we've got. You've got some decision making to do with your mind on basically the things that you want to weigh out in your life that are working for you and not working for you, and which ones you want to focus on more. It depends on your growth of what you want to do with that. It doesn't matter which one you really want to do. It depends on what you want to focus on, because whichever one is giving you the lesson or the experience that you need is where you're going to go. So, but it's talking about what you're going to be focusing on, what's working for you, what's not working for you, which doors are opening, which doors are not opening. Now, there's one person that's coming into play. Now, either this can be you, or it can be someone that's going to help you. Now, this is a Queen of Swords, and this is great because the Queen of Swords is masterful when it comes to cutting to the chase, cutting to the facts. Virgo, we love that. We love the facts. It's what you need to work with. And getting right to, God, I love her, the Queen, like, you know, let's just say, God love the Queen of Swords. All right, she kicks booty when it comes to the truth, the sword, straight up and down. When you see that in tarot cards, you'll see that, like, you know, the justice and everything. When the person is a very mindful person, but they're looking for justice and truth, okay? And she's going to offer it up. And she will have your head. And it'll be all based upon truth and things that you have done that are going to possibly go against you if you haven't been doing the right things. Because she wins battles, she wins wars. You don't go against the Queen when it comes to a war. So if it's you, or it's somebody coming into your life giving those facts in that direction, it's fantastic, because it's talking about she's going to end it. There's the Death card by her, but the Death card is working for her. It's not working against her. It's working for her. She's going to have something come to an ending, a complete ending. For example, when there's an injustice and then there's a new law written so that that won't happen again. It's a completion. It's an ending to something. She's going to make sure that happens, and either it can be you or someone coming forward to help you within that scenario. So that's good. That's really good energy. It does talk about just recently in your past that there's been an emotional character, someone who is kind of like the captain of a team, and it's like them are fighting words. This person was emotional and let the anger get the best of him or her. Just emotional. Ace of Cups upside down. New projects, new stuff. And anyway, this person's in the past, but that was something that you just dealt with. King of Wands energy, when they're not happy, can throw little tantrums. Coming into the future, it looks like there's two decisions of actions that you want to take, and you're not sure which ones to do. So there's a figure that has more of a male energy, the King of Swords. He's very straightforward thinking. It looks like the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, very clear thinking people, are going to come into your path and help you out with making these decisions. That's great. Giving you facts and information that you need to make the proper decisions. So fantastic on that. Once again, it talks about your environment, and it talks about, once again, the Death card. There's something like ending. This is ending now. Like the proper level of it needs to end so that you can make the proper progression of where you need to go, where you need to move to, where you need to go to. Progression of movement has to take place. So that's interesting to see how that transpires for everybody. More decision making. See, more decision down here in of your actions, of new projects and actions you want to take. A Queen of Swords, once again, she's given advice. She's a little irritated too with the scenario, not with you, with the scenario, and doesn't like injustice and wants to help, and is like, need to cut that, need to do this, need to do this, do. Almost like when you have a lawyer friend and they're like, okay, so this is the law. This is what really affects the bottom line. This is what makes a difference, what doesn't make a difference, to really win the battles. Because it does talk about sometimes in your long-term goals, at times they've been a little bit fanciful. Say that a million times. You're caught up a little bit in fantasy of how you want things to be, and not always realistic in the actions and the hard work that it'll take to do some of those things. So some of this is going to take time, and it's going to take time. So don't have a fantasy that it can be solved, you know, a split second. Might be nice, but that's not always how it works. I mean, sometimes think about lawsuits. The right thing can happen, but it can take a really long time. Yeah, I know about that. So, going into the future, it looks like you are more in the level of hopes. You are in the hopes of finding your true passion of fulfillment. And good. That's good. You got to keep up that positive energy. Because the more you're into the hope side of it instead of the fear side of it, you're going to manifest either way. If you more lean towards your fears, you're going to manifest that. The universe is only going to agree with you if you're going to hope towards your hopes and are willing to do the work behind it. The Knight of Pentacles is really always willing to do the work and realistic, which Virgos are normally realistic most of the time. And except for some areas where some types of personalities of Virgos can get immature or juvenile, then it's like, woo, don't forget who you are, Virgo, and come back around. Then you get right on track again with the details and making it happen. So going into the future, it does say that you're going to have a breakthrough in an area of anxiety. I really can't talk today. An area of anxiety that you have a new epiphany on. And let me show you this. You have a new epiphany on. Okay, see the Devil card here? Okay, what happens a lot of time with the Devil card, especially when it's reversed, is when you have new awareness of something that had hold over you, sort of an addiction, an obsession, or something that you thought had a hold of you. When you come into a new awareness, right, of the anxiety of this, when you have the new awareness, it'll clear the path of the anxiety because it doesn't really have an effect on you. The one thing about the Devil card that's really neat, and we'll see if I can get this close enough to you. Okay, is that these people, they have chains around them, but if you see in the chains, it can easily come off of their neck. It is not something that is truly bound around their neck. It's something that's self-imposed. I mean, for example, like when people do drugs and alcohol, it's not like the alcohol is saying, you must drink me, you know, drugs must take me. Like, it's something that you are doing to yourself, your addiction, the obsession with people, with things. Like, you have the power to release it. Not always easy. I'm not saying it's easy by any means. But the nice thing is when you start to have the epiphanies, that's where you start to get the freedom. And that's where some of the relief happens. Where you're like, oh, and the more knowledge, oh my goodness, the more knowledge you have about something, the better. Oh, Virgos, please, you can totally respect knowledge. Facts and knowledge. Absolutely. I love doing research. And so I love the Virgo energy that respects research and true masters of anything that have, masterful in their field, and they have something to teach us. I'm ready to listen. So anyway, that you're going to have an epiphany on that in the future of something that was giving you great anxiety and that it doesn't have it anymore. Oh, that'd be fantastic. So I look forward for you to have that in the near future. This is kind of like right now we're looking at a 2-week period that I'm talking about. So this is going to come in, within that time period. All right, so going to the future, it does also talk about make sure that you're listening to your inner energies. And when people feel like they're aggressively coming up against you, it's kind of an illusion. They can't really hurt you. They can't really do much. It's just like it's the mob that has no true power, but they're trying to have power over you. And they don't. That's why with the Queen of Swords type person, she's like, they have no power. They can't do anything. And then she's like, but I have power and you have power. And let me tell you how you have power. Woo! Listen to the Queen of Swords. Listen to the King of Swords with Queen of Swords. Oh, both of them. Listen to those people. These mob people or anything of that energy, don't pay it any mind. Don't let them waste your time. Be like a Capricorn. Don't let them waste your time. So going into that future, you're going to have a lot of time to reflect. Once you have this epiphany, you're going to have a lot of time to reflect and go inner, which is great right now in this time of reflection with the planets in retrograde. It's exactly what you're supposed to do. There's levels of emotionalism that might come through for you. And if you're a male listening to this, it may be something that you might even go deeper into, because it talks about the King of Cups going even deeper into his emotions in this time. Whatever journey you need to go into, just be aware of what time period it is, and don't let other people that are being passive aggressive trigger you right now, because it'll take you into old wounds. Kitties are running around playing, as they always do. So let me take a moment and we'll be right back with wrap up. Okay, Virgo, wrap up. So basically we've got you looking at the projects that you're doing and weighing the decisions of what's working, what's not working. You've got a Queen of Swords coming in, helping you get the facts down to end stuff. She's got the backing, she's got the facts, she's got the truth. Whether that be you that gets those facts or somebody along the line that comes in and gives them to you. Old energies of people wanting to pick fights, it's in the past. Don't worry about it. New coming up, decisions, having some actions. Wands are of actions. Actions that you want to take, and there's going to be a King of Swords type character that's going to come in and also give you facts, and a mature person that's going to help you to make these educated decisions, these choices. Going forward, I mean, you've got a good attitude, you've got good support from these people. You're coming up from epiphanies with something that used to give you anxiety, and then you'd be like, oh, I get it now. I mean, there's nothing like an epiphany, and until it happens, you just don't have it until it happens. Then when it does, you're like, oh. So you're going to have one of those. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We love those. People, if there's any sort of mob energy against you, please, your angels are asking you, go within. You're not listening to us. Go to the grace of God. Definitely. I'm not trying to get religious on anybody here, but I hope I didn't just hit the microphone, but I hope that whenever you go deep, deep inside yourself, especially when someone's hurt you or hurt your feelings, and it hurts, go within, go to source, go to God in gratitude, and find the answers there for sure. But everything looks good. Everything within these decisions is making sense for you. It's going to go forward. You've got the support. Certain things ending so you can make a trip or make a move and do what you need to do to be successful. So it looks like things are lining up. It's a good journey here. I'm happy for you. Okay. Talk to you on the next reading. Mush, mush.